This video is in response to this comment right here. Okay? So, I like a good conspiracy theory for sure. So you're saying that Chase intentionally put it out to where people would have to go to the bank and try and rob the bank by doing a bunch of check fraud, and then we're going to require them to bank with them until they paid off their debt or they go to jail. Okay. That's a loaded comment. I like conspiracy theories because they sound crazy at first. When I'm sitting there reading your comment, it almost sounds crazy at first, but it's like, all right, well, for one, I do wonder about that. So how did someone think to do it that day? Okay, because that is one thing that I'm thinking about right there is how, okay, for it to become a trend to go out and do wire fraud, how would I know that it's good to do it today? Well, I could have did it a year ago. I could do it today. I could do it. How did I know that it was a glitch? That is true. That is true right there. How do they know that it was a glitch when starting to do the trend? And then when it worked, you're like, oh no, the first place I want to run to is TikTok and let everybody know that I just came up on some bans instead of keeping it to yourself, which wouldn't have mattered because you're overdrafting your account to a certain point anyways. So it wouldn't have mattered regardless. That wouldn't have mattered. You would have been bad off. You've been worse off doing that anyway. So, okay. How'd they know? Because for it to be a glitch, that means it didn't work before. And then today, for some reason, or maybe for the next 72 hours for some reason, it started to work. Why? Why and how? And the only people that would be able to even do this would be Chase. So they would have to release the statement or something for someone to find out. Maybe it was an internal employee that did it on their way out. They were like, oh, I'm getting fired anyways. I'm going to make sure you guys can do this now. Or they sent people out to do it that weren't going to get in trouble. They were immune from being in trouble. Then they went on the internet and said, hey guys, TikTok money glitch, or not, sorry, Chase Bank money glitch. And then people on the internet was like, oh, he got away with it, I'm going to do it. And then they started doing wild stuff like writing 100,000 or 10,000 or 50,000. Because I watched this TikTok not too long ago. He's like, bro, you're telling me right now that you went from making 500 to maybe 1,000 a week. That's the only checks you ever receive. Then magically, out of nowhere, you got a $50,000 check. He's like, and you think your bank is not going to just red flag that right away? Yeah, that's hilarious. Okay, that is hilarious right there. So I don't know how the biggest bank in the entire world, which I always thought that Bank of America was the biggest bank, but they're saying that Chase Bank is the biggest and oldest bank in the entire world, which I don't think that's true. Is that true? Man, hold on. Let me Google this, bro. Don't act like I don't got a cell phone on the side, bro. I'm gonna Google that real quick. Hold on. Who was the first established bank? Okay, let's see what we got. It's a Mesopotamia bank, yada, yada, yada. Oh, sorry. Maybe I should put in America. Hold on. Oldest continuously operating bank in the United States is Bank of New York, which operates today as BNY Mellon. Okay, hold on. In America. Maybe I should put that. Boom, there it is right here. It says the Bank of North America, which became Bank of America, was the first chartered bank in the United States, opening in Philadelphia in 1782. However, it was not a national bank and was later reincorporated under the state law, making it unsuitable for the role of a central bank. The first bank of the United States was chartered by Congress in 1791. It was first national bank. Oh, first national bank? Okay. In the country. It was established to help maintain taxes and pay off foreign debt. The Bank of the North America was chartered by the Congress in of the Confederation of May 26, 1781. It was founded. Okay, cool. So yeah, that's what it is. Let me see. What's the biggest bank in the U.S.? Okay, so that's what it is. So it's just the biggest bank as of right now, which is J.P. Morgan Chase. Well, I don't know. When you self doubt a little bit, you kind of just want to know. You want to know, and I had to know for sure. Okay, I don't want to be out here talking and acting like I know everything, and then all of a sudden you guys are like, oh, what? I don't want all that. Okay, so yeah, so Chase, the biggest bank in the world, is gonna have a glitch. And then magically, people knew that day. That is weird. That is absolutely weird. That's not normal for that to happen. Because now I will say the only part that doesn't make sense of your statement that I would say is the fact that they would make you bank for them until you paid off the debt. It doesn't matter who you bank with, bro. What matters is courts. So if you did that, and let's say you did that to Wells Fargo or Bank of America or any other bank, right? No matter who you switch to, so you overdrafted them to, like, let's say you had three banks. Okay, so Chase, you ripped them off, right? So now you're only going to use your Bank of America and Wells Fargo. They have a thing to where they can put a lien on your property, your bank accounts, your whatever, to get their money back, especially when it goes over a certain amount. People can do this. So many different companies that can do this to you, especially with things that are state or federally run. Okay, if you think you're going to owe money on your taxes, you're going to run off and do the dash on your taxes, well, for the rest of your life, you better only make cash, because guess what? They will put a lien on anything that you own, period. Your house, your car, whatever you own. Whatever you future own, when you forgot, then you spend years, they probably forgot about me. And you decide to go get yourself a car, you're about to pay it off, and then they hit you with the, hey, remember that money you owe us? Well, we're going to come take your car. Oh, nah, you thought I was going to take your car. No, you know what's even worse about them not taking your car is about you not being able to register your car. And your car is just sitting there in your front yard because you owe the bank $20,000 because you thought it was cool to go out there and rip them off. It doesn't matter if you bank with them or not. It does not matter. They will put a lien on your property and they will take it. Like you won't be able to, like, if you have a house, they'll take your house, yes. Because you can technically live in your house even though they have a lien on it. It's just whenever you go to pay it off, you'll have to pay off the lien too, because they'll own your house outright with this, and they'll end up just kicking you out. So they'll let you pay off your house. Your house is now paid off, and then they will kick you out of your own house until you pay off your lien. Like, basically, they'll give you a certain amount of time, then they'll put the bank statements in and blah, 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 and then they'll take your house from you. Your car, they won't do that. Your car, you can't register it anyways. They don't want it. They don't need another car in their hands, so they just literally put a lien on it, so they ruin it for you, basically. And that's how it goes. So that's why it doesn't make sense for them to say, hey, you're going to bank with Chase until you pay us off, because they can put liens on things. They don't need you to bank with them. They probably would actually rather you not bank with them. So that part of the argument would kind of, like, I would say, fall off. But yeah, I'd like the first part that you brought up, though, the last part technically, saying that it's a conspiracy theory that maybe Chase did start this trend, especially in low poverty areas, because those are the people who are going to do it. They said that the majority of the people that did it were black males. Isn't that crazy? I didn't do it. I'm only half black. I'm just kidding. I didn't do it though, because I know what wire fraud, check fraud is. I know what all of this is. Plus, anytime I see a trend, I'm always late to the party. Every now and then I'll come across something that's just started, but when it comes down to money trends, bro, I'm the last one to hear about it. By the time I done heard about it, it's already went around the world, and then finally it comes to me, and it's like, oh, okay, cool, because God don't want that on me. God's like, you know what? We don't need this on you. You don't need to try and write a bad check and do some frivolous things. Like the PPP loans. Oh my God, bro. You know that only 3 people got held accountable out of all the people? 3 people, man. Part of me wishes I would have did that, but at the same time, I feel like I might have been one of those 3 people. Out of all the people to get caught, I would have been one of those 3. And they were like, dude, I thought I was going to get away with it. And I didn't think they were going to come for me, but they did. You know what I'm saying? Like the PPP loans. Anyways, bro, just be a good person, bro. That's all I could say. Just be a good person and you get rewarded immensely. These people that take shortcuts and do things like that, they worst off. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. And they're going to be completely worse off than they ever have been. Just because of that. Even if you got away with it, I promise you, you got away with it with the laws. You didn't get away with it with karma, God, anybody who's going to reward you, period. You did not get away with it with them, okay? So just understand that, man, there's no free money out here, bro. The only free money that you're ever going to find is if you just so happen to walk down the road and a $100 bill comes out of nowhere and hits you in the leg and you see it, wow, there's $100. That's the only free money. And one day that won't exist, okay? One day that won't exist because we'll be in a cashless society and it won't be no more $100 bills, $5 bills, $10 bills, pennies on the ground to come hit you in the leg with and be like, dang, man, I got some money today. No, because if randomly $30 just came popped up in your account from nowhere land, trust me, they want that tax money, baby. And even if they didn't want to tax you on that, you shouldn't spend that $30 unless you wait for an entire year for that $30 to not be there anymore because they're going to come back and get it, bro. Trust me, trust me, bro. You don't want to be that guy. You do not want to be that guy that they do this to, bro. The federal, bro, okay, I'm going to let you know right now, okay? Okay. I was on probation one time. I was on unsupervised probation. And to be on this unsupervised probation, they say I owe them $1,000 in fines. Okay. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure I paid it. I'm not sure. I have no way of proving that I paid it. But I was like, why would I not pay off $1,000? Like, you know what I'm saying? I was on it for an entire year. I could have just divided that by the yearly and paid monthly and been done with it. I don't know. But somehow I didn't pay this $1,000. And years, I'm talking about years, nearly 10 years later, the pandemic hits. I'm out there trying to get a different car. And I got to sell my old car to be able to get this new car because I already have the loan, right? They're like, yeah, we'll take your car. We'll give you X amount of dollars for it. Boom, boom, boom. It's already paid off. This car is already paid off. I went to go process this transaction and they're like, hey, we actually can't buy your car because you don't own your car because you have a lien on this car. And I was like, what? And I'm trying to think of where this lien would even come from. So they gave me, they said, you have to go to the DMV. I went to the DMV. They gave me a number. I called this number and they say, hey, this is a debt collector and we need our money. You owe $1,000 in court stuff. I was like, oh my, I was so like blown away. I was like, what? I was like, how much do I owe? $3,500. This $1,000 turned into $3,500. And thank God I just got approved on a Discover card for $6,000 because I had a banging credit. And this situation ruined my credit right here. I was unable to pay it off, man. And it is what it is, man. It just is what it is. I was unable to pay it off and it definitely decreased my credit and definitely messed everything up. But it is what it is, bro. I still got some time to pick it all back up and bring it back to where it needs to be. It doesn't matter. So I swiped the $3,500 off because for one, I don't need to like have 2 registrations for 2 different cars. One I'm driving, the other one I'm not. I need to sell it. I need to get this out. So I paid it off. Boom. Slapped the credit card on it. $3,500 done, and paid it off. Then lien was good. Got my certificate in the mail, which is the title, and then I sold the car. Boom. Now I don't have 2 cars in my lot. I have only one. Boom. And then later on, it was so funny is I actually ended up trading this car in because it was a Honda Civic. It was too small, and I ended up getting the HRV. But it's hilarious. So when I think of situations like that, and that's over $1,000 to the federal government, baby. No, this is the state, actually. My bad. It was to the state. So now imagine the federal government, what they would do to you. What they would do to you if you owed the federal government anything. Owing a bank is a federal thing. It's not local, it's federal. It's protected by the FDIC, which is a federal thing. Okay? When you see FDC, it's federal. Federal right there. The first left is the F. First letter is the F, which is federal. Okay? So don't mess with the government. Don't mess with banks. Leave those two alone, because they will put liens on whatever you got and they will take it. If it's a house, they will take it. If it's a car, they'll just make sure you can't drive it no more legally. Okay? Definitely. Make sure you guys comment down below. I will respond with a video. Anytime you guys want to comment to me, I will respond with a video. Not to everybody, obviously. I'm just the people I can continue conversation with. Just leave a comment below, and it could be you. That's the only thing I can guarantee. I don't respond to anybody in the comments. You might get a heart from me, but you definitely will not get me to respond to anybody's comments. I do not want anybody to think that I'm gonna respond to them in the comment section, because there are those people that go around talking about hit me up on Telegram and blah, blah, blah. They make it similar to my name, and I don't want to be involved. I don't want any OGs who come to the channel. They already know that I'm not going to reply to you in the comments. I'll reply through a video, so you know it's me and you know it's facts. Okay? All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.